downtown Detroit is seen from the riverfront on a beautiful day here in the Motor City. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. But Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said, in Detroit, he's definitely the leader. When he speaks, everybody listens. This is his team. Kevin?
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Morant.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Pistons, Griffin is out there with Brown. Then it's John Henson, and it's Rose, and it's Kennard in at the 2.
Well, one area that has slowed the Pistons the last decade is their player development.
Yeah, GA, you look at their roster, very few homegrown players. The Pistons haven't had a lot of hits with their first-round picks. To be a top team, you need to have a front office that can build from within.
Rose with the ball. Brown outside. Back to Rose from 10 feet out. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant kicks to Allen. The pass to Jackson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Rose passes to Griffin. Back to Rose. And the rejection by Jackson. Clock at 4. From deep. Denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. Here's Morant. Rebound by the Pistons.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Griffin kicks to Brown. Griffin down low. Jackson on him. Griffin's shot is off.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Nobody near Allen. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. And it's Rose penetrating. Anderson with the block.
Nice block by Anderson. Can't get too high off the ground, but uses that 7'3" wingspan to full effect.
Here's Morant. And so the ball out of bounds. Henson touched it last. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Brown. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
And here's Morant. 20 points for him last game against Boston.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots. High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Now here's Rose. Tight defense on him. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. Take a look at the Pistons. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement.
And checking out Detroit, they've got to make some changes at the end of the season. That much is clear. Not sure whether that goes for the coaches or the players or both. but something has got to change.
For me, the decision makers have a lot of tough choices to make. They also need to look in the mirror because they're the ones who assembled this team.
For Detroit, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, from the left block, here's Henson, who's back up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. No good on that one. You know, for a while, Smitty, there was some talk of eliminating conferences altogether. But the East has begun to turn things around. It's starting to emerge again.
You know, Kevin, me and you have been around a long time. It's going to always flip-flop back and forth. It was the East and it was the West. And I think right now the East right now is turning that corner. In a couple of years, it will probably be the dominant conference. I like the way it is. I don't want to see them eliminate conferences.
I agree. Good point. Now here's Morant. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And so here's Memphis, following the bucket by the Pistons. Allen outside. There's the lob to Jackson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Passes it to Kennard. Valanciunas against Henson. Outside Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Kennard. Over Allen. That misses off the backboard. For Memphis, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
Rose kicks to Brown. Over Anderson. Anderson with the block. Over to the left wing. Morant with a wide-open look. No good from outside.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
Rose, no good.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
Here's Anderson, and it's Memphis with another.
And the difficulty defending Anderson from mid-range. He has a number of go-to moves from that distance.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Rose against Jackson. Rose passes to Griffin. Pistons passing it around. Here's Henson. A second chance effort. He lays it in.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Morant kicks to Allen. Stolen by Henson. Rose passes to Kennard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one's on Morant.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
You know, a big change last season for Luke Kennard happened when he stopped worrying about taking bad shots. He was asked to be more proactive on offense and start creating chances for himself instead of waiting for the ball to be swung to him.
And that one misses. And Smitty, that aggressiveness from Kennard, that's what the team wants from him.
He's a big part of their future. They need that from him. He may not be their #1 or #2 scorer, but he can be a very solid option off the bench or as a starter.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the inside. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
And stolen by Zhang. Now here's Morant. Defended by Henson. Tries from the block. And Morant finishes inside. Morant's got his second basket of the night. Pistons trail by 6. Here's Rose. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Brown kicks to Rose. Offline with his 3.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
And finished off by Zhang.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Now Morant. After Sekou Doumbouya misses from long range. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. And with this chance, let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard and find out who the top assist men are among the first-year players. Ja Morant is second.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor.
Here's McCray. Out to the right wing. Here's Doumbouya. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
That's good from Doumbouya. Well, Smitty, the game is evolving. We know that. New moves and techniques developed. Talk about some that have grown in popularity since the time of your retirement to now.
You know, the step back is one, and then also the step back is one. The Euro step, and I think also guys right now being able to launch their bodies into guys. I don't want to say it's a move, but that's how guys are playing. Because you can't hand check, guys are throwing their body into the defender on the move even more.
Now here's Brooks. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Jackson passes to Zhang. Just 5 to shoot. Winslow finds Brooks. Here's Jackson. Detroit with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
They were very patient, and that was the difference. It's hard to be patient, I know, but look at the outcome they had.
Here's Brooks after the basket by Detroit. Now Detroit moving it up. Snell from outside. They get it again. Here's Maker with the second effort, and the layup is up and in. Now just a 2-point Memphis lead.
This is what you get from Maker, a legit 7-footer who brings the energy.
Grizzlies have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Outside Jackson takes the 3. It's not going to go for him. And Detroit the other way now. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, the Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
That's good from Doumbouya.
Well, the Pistons, one of the more successful franchises in NBA history. 3 titles and many other trips to the NBA Finals. Only a handful of franchises can say that.
And it's tied up with that one. And Smitty, you were talking about the Pistons, a history of success, of championships. But the last 10 years have been difficult.
Pistons have struggled the last decade. You're so right, Kevin. But this team has a track record of not staying down for long. Detroit doing what they can to return to championship contention.
Here's McCray. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Out left to the wing. Here's Snell. And the rejection by Jang. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jang. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Doumbouya. And there's the foul. It'll go on Christian Wood. That is his first foul of the game. Memphis has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Now here's Winslow. Guarded closely. That one good for 2.
Justice Winslow has done an excellent job of being unselfish and making the right play.
Here's McCray. Brooks covering. To the left side wing. 3-pointers. Snell, after 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Brooks. 1:49 left in the first quarter. There's Winslow. Puts the move on. Rebound by the Pistons.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Doumbouya can't get it to go.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now here's Brooks. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. No good from Clark.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Now Brooks. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now here's Jang. Poked loose. Stolen by Doumbouya. Pass to Wood. There's 42 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Beyond the arc. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Fluid on the shot. Nice follow through. Maker sneaky from out there.
The pass to Clark. And just miss after miss right now. Pistons leading by 6. Doumbouya with it. He has 6. Here's Maker. No good with the triple. The Grizzlies shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
And so Clark nails both of them. And so it's Detroit with the ball. 4-point game. Here's McCray. And here is Maker. Doumbouya gets a wide open look. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Pistons on top as they wrap up the first quarter with a massive 16-4 run. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
They couldn't hit a thing out there. With that awful shooting percentage, you will be lucky to win one game in this league.
We've got McCray. Maker out there with Wood. Then there's Doumbouya. And it's Snell in at the 2-guard. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. We see a lot of big men creating offense, Smitty. Who's on your list for perhaps the best outlet passer in the game right now?
Let's start off. I would say Kevin Love is one of those guys who still is, I think, the best outlet passer as a big. Jokic, also Blake Griffin, some of those guys can really pass. DeMarcus Cousins, those are some of the bigs that have great outlet passes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Clark. Derrick Rose is checked in for Tony Snell. Then for the Grizzlies, Valanciunas is checked in for Gorgui Dieng. And Allen subbed in for Brooks. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
A new Memphis head coach, 3 of the last 4 seasons. Changeover in the front office as well. Hopefully, they'll find some continuity moving forward.
Now, here's Rose. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Maker with the ball. Valanciunas is there, and the basket by Maker.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Smitty, this Grizzlies team has always given a good effort. How tough do you think it is to see a coach let go, even when his players are responding?
You know, it's very tough because you gain trust in that coach. And often having a coaching change are more of a symptom of what's going on above them in the front office.
Rose kicks to McCray. Stolen by Winslow. And he banks in the layup.
Coming hard on the drive, Winslow daring someone to get in his way.
Pistons leading by 3. Outside Rose. Lays it up and banks it in.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Allen outside. Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Love the flush there from Valanciunas, leaving no doubt on that play.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Rose against Allen. Passes to Doumbouya. And here is Maker. Shot clock at 6. Rose passes to Maker. Over Valanciunas. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And a different look here for the Pistons. Henson's checked in for Thon Maker. Blake Griffin comes in for Christian Wood. Brownie's checked in for Doumbouya. And it's Luke Kennard in for McRae. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Jaren Jackson. He's checked in for Josh Jackson. Anderson comes in for Clark. And it's Morant in for Justice Winslow.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Now Rose. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. In the corner, Kennard with it. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Kennard's got 5 now.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Here's Morant. 6 points for him. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Detroit leading by 3. Here's Kennard. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento. Here's Rose. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Derrick Rose has a skill of getting fouled, drawing the defense, and loving the contact.
Well, the brand new Little Caesars Arena here in Detroit. How are you feeling it, Smitty?
GA, it's a great state-of-the-art facility. Glad the new location is in downtown Detroit. Hopefully an iconic venue for an iconic team.
And the first one at the line is good. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting threes.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
Now here's Jackson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Rose. The Grizzlies shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
A changing of the guard for the Grizzlies. Their star veterans traded away. They held out as long as they could, but it was time.
And those great veterans, Mark Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph had become a part of the fabric, Steve, of the Grizzlies franchise and the city of Memphis.
Tough to move on from that level of connection. All good things, though, have to end.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the bucket by the Pistons. Here's Jackson. Good, nice job down low. Jackson's got 8 points.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Now here's Rose. Over in the corner, Brown. From outside, off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Allen passes to Anderson. Kennard with the rebound. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Morant.
Explosiveness by Derrick Rose is one of the reasons why a lot of guys do not want to guard him.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
That free throw missing.
And this Memphis team stakes its identity on defense.
Last season, top 3 in block percentage. They make their stand at the defensive end.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Here's Morant.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
For Memphis, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. He misses the free throw.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And he's good on the second.
And the work ethic that Morant has, it sets him up nicely. Make no mistake, this guy wants to be an all-time great.
Rose passes to Brown. Back to Rose. Takes the 13-footer. And again, it's the Pistons missing. And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score, and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Now here's Morant. 7 points in the game. Back to Allen. Clock at 6. Pass to Valanciunas. Tries again. And Henson sends it back. And he recovers it. No good from Valanciunas.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Here's Griffin. Another shot. Rebounded by Jackson.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Now here's Allen. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Valanciunas. Tries to save it. That one's not going to go. And the Pistons now going the other way.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Pass to Henson. Brown outside. In the corner, Kennard with it. And he's good on the 3-ball. Kennard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Pistons.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Allen surveying the D. Here's Valanciunas. And it comes off the front of the rim.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Griffin finds Rose. Here's Brown. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Griffin. That doesn't go either for Griffin.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Pistons. Leading by 5. Left side, Griffin. The kick out to Brown. Outside Rose. Three-pointer. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Rose has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Morant with it. He's got 7. Brown with it. He's picked up by Morant. Griffin kicks to Rose. And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way. Oh, my goodness.
Did you see
what a play.
Unbelievable.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Maker comes in for John Henson, and Tony Snell subbed in for Brown. Memphis also making some changes. Zhang comes in for Valanciunas, and Brooks subbed in for Anderson. Here's Snell, 6 to shoot, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Smitty, Blake Griffin stepping up his game in every way since joining the Detroit Pistons.
Kevin, last season was a career year in scoring, and he's doing so much on the floor. Rebounding and passing are a big part of his game now, and he's leading the way for this team in a lot of ways.
And he knocks down the first one.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Memphis. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. Makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Grizzlies have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. The first one falls. McRae's checked in for the Pistons. And both free throws good for Brooks. Pistons leading by 4. Here's McRae. There's the pass to Snell. Zhang against Griffin. Over Zhang. Griffin's shot is good. And the Pistons lead by 6.
I love the play call, and Blake with the strength, but also the touch to dominate inside.
Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And here's Morant. He's got 7. Over Maker. Here's Zhang. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
So for the Pistons, Christian Wood comes in for Blake Griffin. And Doumbouya subbed in for Kennard. And Memphis also making a switch. Jackson, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. 1:49 left in the first half. Here's McRae. Brooks covering. Here's Snell. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Snell, no good.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Shooting 2.
Throw good from Zhang. And Zhang drops them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Now, here's Doumbouya. Justice Winslow missing his last shot. Doumbouya, it's good. Doumbouya's got 8 points.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Here's Morant. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Christian Wood. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. He's off on the first.
The 10th overall pick back in 2015, Justice Winslow has been fighting injuries, but he still has a chance to be very good.
And the second free throw, good. Detroit's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Here's Snell. Brooks covering. Passes it to McRae. That's good on the jump shot. McRae's got 5 points now this quarter. Now Morant. 1 second left. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pistons lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Dwayne. What are you looking at for the second half after seeing what happened in the first?
Well, defensively, we got to get stops. We got to get them out the boards and box out. Again, we got to meet their aggression with our aggression offensively. And offensively, we can't let the ball stick. We got to get the ball moving and hopping around the horn and make them move their feet.
Case, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
When you think about giving up 3 or 4 extra turnovers, that can mean 8 or 9 points at the other end. That's why every coach preaches it. Take care of the basketball. Bottom line, they need to protect the ball and play under control.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. Now here's Jackson, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
And you look at Morant, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
For Detroit, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And the Pistons making a change here. Griffin's checked in. And Brown drops them both. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Step back shot. And it's Morant missing. Here's Kennard. Defended by Allen. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
And he makes both free throws. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Now here's Morant. He's got 9. Allen with it. The 11-footer. Here's Valanciunas. And Griffin sends it back.
Griffin has great timing. That's the reason why he blocked that shot.
That one goes. Count it. Brown's got the lead up to 8 now for Detroit.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
For Memphis, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Picked off in midair. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
If I'm Blake Griffin, I'm telling my teammate, throw it higher. I'll go get it.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Valanciunas. The shot from the low post is good. Valanciunas has got 6. And so it's Rose bringing it up for Detroit. Pass to Kennard. Now Henson. Over Valanciunas. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And it's Morant missing. Detroit leading by 8. Here's Henson. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. So it'll be Derrick Rose shooting. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. Good shot.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. And here's Morant. He's got 9. Detroit with the rebound. Griffin's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Rose scanning the floor. Brown the pass to Henson. Left block shot on the way, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Anderson with the ball. The pass to Morant. Now here's Valanciunas. He kicks to Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Now Valanciunas. He's got 6. Now here's Griffin. The kick out to Brown. Over in the corner, Rose. Here's Griffin. Morant with the steal. And now the fast break. Anderson with the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anderson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Grizzlies. Rose attacking. Here's Henson. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Brown outside. Here's Griffin. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. Morant with it. He's got 9. To the left wing. Valanciunas inside. Defended by Henson. And Griffin sends it back. And he gets it back. Detroit leading by 9. Brown the pass to Kennard. And the layup falls. Kennard's got 14 points for the game.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Morant following the bucket by the Pistons. Pass to Valanciunas. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Kennard, the pass to Griffin. Good on the shot. Griffin's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pistons.
Look at the body control after drawing the bump. Griffin still an elite athlete.
Here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. Kicks it to Valanciunas. And there it is for him. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
He usually shoots a high percentage in the paint, and on that play, Valanciunas got it done.
And here's Rose. He's got 11. The 10-footer. Rebounded by Jackson.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Now Morant. And Valanciunas kicks to Jackson. And it's off from three-point range. Brown drives in. Stolen by Anderson. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And that one's good. Morant.
Terrific steal to start the break. The eye-hand coordination, the long arms. Anderson is tricky.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Christian Woods checked in for John Henson. Dumboya comes in for Bruce Brown. Tony Snell's checked in for Luke Kennard. And McCray subbed in for Rose. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Jang, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Jackson comes in for Jackson. Winslow's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Grayson Allen. And so Brooks will bring it up for Memphis. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
Controlling the glass helps them maximize their number of possessions. He's done everything he can do to help them in that area.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. 5th best, the Grizzlies.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Pistons leading by 8. Now, here's Dumboya. 8 points for him. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. And finished off by Morant.
You love the energy and effort Morant provides, especially when he's on the break.
For Detroit, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Pass to Griffin. Over Jang. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Morant with it. 13 points in the game. Makes it off the glass. And now it's just a 4-point Piston lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Stolen by Brooks. Inside, Jackson. It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Relentless. I mean, Jackson just giving it his all on the backboard.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
And a chance to check out the stats for Blake Griffin. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable, averaging about 18 points per, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
You know what? It's part effort, part instincts. You see teams trying to keep a body or 2 on him, but that's easier said than done.
Now here's Winslow. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Here's McCray. Now the pass to Snell. Here's Dumboya. He's got 8. Shoots over Winslow. Dumboya, good. Dumboya's got 10 points.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. And here's Morant. 15 points in the game. Shoots from 14. And no good that time. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Dumboya. Nice D from Brooks.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Passes it to Wood. Shot from the low block. And that one, good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And here are the Grizzlies with it. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Morant. Sweet little floater. Morant's got 10 points in the quarter.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
McRae passes to Snell. Here's Wood, guarded by Jackson. Kept alive, and Griffin slams it in. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
An underrated aspect of Griffin's game, his tremendous instincts on the glass.
Knocked loose. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Winslow. Defense is right there. And there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Pistons, Makers checked in for Griffin. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Jordan McRae. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Clark's checked in. Now here's Morant. 17 points in the game. He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. The first free throw is good. Kennard, he's checked in for Tony Snell. Both good from the line that time. 34 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now Rose, 11 points in the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one's on Morant.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Rose. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Now here's Morant. He's got 19. Launches it. That one, no good. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And it's Rose with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. They've got Doumbouya, Maker out there with Wood. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Kennard in at the 2. That's the group for Detroit right now. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Here's Morant. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 22 points for John Morant.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
Here's Rose. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Allen's checked in for Memphis.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Rose. And he makes both free throws. Allen with it. Pass to Chang. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Kennard, the pass to Maker. And the dunk by Maker.
You can fall in love with floating around the perimeter. I like it when Maker attacks the rim.
About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Here's Allen. Outside Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Sekou Doumbouya. And that one falls for Jackson.
Yeah, and the versatility of Jackson's game. He's a super confident kid who certainly has the potential to be a star.
Brown is checked in for Doumbouya. And so Jackson nails both of them. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute played. Rose against Allen. Pass to Brown. Outside Rose. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The 11-footer. And another miss by Memphis. Pistons leading by 5. Rose goes in. Excellent D there from Allen. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And here's Anderson for 3. A shot missing. And Detroit the other way now. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. And the dunk by Maker.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. The Grizzlies trail by 7. The pass to Winslow. Rose against Allen. Back to Winslow. Lets it go from deep. Buries the long-range jumper.
His jump shot not fluid from deep yet, but Winslow nails that one.
The Pistons have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Rose kicks to Kennard. Passes it to Rose. 3-pointer. Traps in the tray.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Christian Wood. That's his 4th foul of the contest. John Henson's checked in for the Pistons. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson comes in for Jackson. Third minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Allen outside. Clock at 6. Back to Valanciunas. And Makers sends it back.
Watching him protect the rim, you never guess Makers averaging less than 1 block a game for his career.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And so Allen will bring it up for Memphis. Pass to Jackson. Pass to Valanciunas. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Outstanding focus by Valanciunas on the shot. He is just a big, strong player who brushes off opposing defenders.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
Here's Kennard. Back to Rose. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Rose has got 12 points in just the second half.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Winslow. Baseline jumper. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Saturday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Monday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Smitty, for players, social media can build their brands and they can engage their fans, but there are some downsides.
Yes, it is, Kevin. I mean, it's a fantastic tool, like you said, for endorsement and bringing those fans into your home or into your life. But the downside, people can see some things they don't want to see, and also you can regret posting a lot of things.
I think, yeah, sometimes people do regret hitting that send button. So, yeah, they got to be careful. You're right. Now here's Winslow. Right side Rose. Brown outside. And not sure what he was thinking there. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Anderson outside. He kicks it to Winslow. From deep. Here's Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
The second youngest player in the NBA last season. Jaren Jackson Jr. with an immediate impact. The sky is the limit for this young man.
And he makes the first. And the 4th pick in the 2018 draft, Jaren Jackson Jr. with Smitty, tremendous potential.
You know what, Kevin? He's a unicorn. He makes threes, he blocks shots, and he defends out to the three-point line. An ideal modern big man.
And so Jackson nails both of them. Pistons leading by 8. And here's Rose. And there's the pass to Kennard. Back to Rose. And he uses the glass on the layup. Rose has got 22.
The last thing you want to see from the defense is Derrick Rose starting to find a rhythm with his shot.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Now Winslow. Passes to Valanciunas. Over Henson. The Grizzlies with another miss. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And Winslow pulls it down.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
Allen for the 3. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. And it's 9 points for Allen.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Rose against Winslow. Pass to Maker. Over Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jaren Jackson. And with Thon Maker still a developing project, you forget, Smitty, how young he really is.
You're right, Kevin. Has a lot of time ahead of him. You can see the touch and the length he has. Hopefully, he can keep working and put it all together.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Now here's Winslow. Pass to Jackson. Fades back. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. Down low, here's Maker, and that one is off. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Anderson. The putback, it's good on the putback. And now it's only a 5-point Piston lead.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Blake Griffin.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Now here's Henson. Round kicks to Kennard. 5 on the clock. Anderson with the block. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Allen with it. Maker with the double team. Allen kicks to Valanciunas. Anderson wide open. Misses the three. For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 13. So just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. And it's Brown missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Jackson, that's good. Pistons leading by 3. Rose in the post, covered by Winslow. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Jackson against Rose. Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Pistons lead by 5.
Thon Maker working hard to become a better shot maker, and you see the result.
The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. The first one falls. He's off on the second.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Rose double teamed. Here's Kennard, defended by Allen. Shot clock at 5. On the pass to Rose. No good on the 3.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Pistons leading by 4. Here's the lob to the hoop. Maker misses.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
To the middle, there's Winslow, and the dunk by Winslow.
Locked and loaded. Winslow with the steady hand as this game heats up.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And Memphis making a change here. Jones is checked in. Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Outside Rose. Pass to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Here's Henson. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Pistons lead by 4.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable, but now still a one-possession game.
Rose passes to Brown. He feeds it to Maker. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. Drops in the layup for 2. Valanciunas has got 11 in the second half.
Huge bucket there from the big Lithuanian. Valanciunas is stepping up.
Outside Rose. Pass to Brown. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. Winslow's checked in for the Grizzlies. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Justice Winslow does not shrink in the face of the big moment.
Here's Rose. Justice Winslow picking up that last bucket. Winslow against Rose. Pass to Henson. Back to Rose. 41 seconds left in the fourth. The shot that time not on target. Anderson outside. Kicks to Winslow to take the lead. Offensive rebound. Valanciunas. It's in!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. .27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Brown. Passes it to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Maker. Over Jackson. Can't cash in. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
The 5th overall pick in the draft back in 2011. Valanciunas has added wrinkles to his game every year since.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set a screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.